Costain, i3D and tunnel engineering services have come together to basically create a system that automates the installation of brackets inside tunnels for HS2. And essentially, to do that well, there are two distinct parts of the process. One is the physical installation of the brackets, and the second is to make sure those brackets are installed correctly and are fully auditable. So the problem we're trying to solve with this project is that it's all well and very good a robotic system installing brackets, but how do you know whether they've been installed correctly? And it's very similar to a manual process. You can install 10,000 brackets, but how are you recording whether you've done the bolts up right, whether they've been installed correctly? Traditionally, that's done with pen and paper, using sort of very basic tools as you go, and that often leads itself to not being particularly auditable 2 or 3 years down the line, should you find there is a problem. Really, the unique thing about the system is that it is recording the data at point of installation. What we have been doing is getting live torque and installation data directly from the robotic system. It goes into our assurance platform, which does a few things. First thing it does is check the individual torque settings of the bolts against known parameters. It checks that the correct number of bolts for that particular bracket were installed, and by proxy that essentially tells you that the bracket is installed correctly. In addition, it captures photos of each bolt for future assurance. So this was a 6-month project, and it allowed us to create a functional proof of concept to demonstrate the value of real-time assurance at point of installation. Going forward, we hope to work closely with HS2 to further develop the system and ultimately to help speed up the commissioning of the tunnel services. So this was a project funded through First of a Kind, and the funding was absolutely critical to allowing us to learn about new technologies, explore new ways of doing things, and on the back of that has allowed us to create a highly innovative application and allowed us to also work with some really great partners in i3D and tunnel engineering services to create an end-to-end system.